It really is quite extraordinary. It's not inconsistent with the news that we've been getting over the last, certainly the last week, the unofficial news. But, you know, this is macabre in its extreme. The sources telling TRT World that he went in there, he was killed, and then he was dismembered. Now, bear in mind, we were told this unofficially about a week ago. It was repeated more than once. We were told categorically, again off the record, that Turkey had proof that he was killed, and all the way along these have been met by a firm wall of denials from Saudi Arabia. They've yet to officially comment. There are these reports we got 24 hours ago about a report where they apparently are going to talk about saying something went wrong in there. But what we've heard from the Turkish police and from Turkish sources that have been speaking to us, that he was killed almost straight away and dismembered, somewhat counters the line that we expect to come out of Riyadh at some stage.
Officials also have been searching the Consul General's house in Istanbul. The Consul General himself has left prior to that search. What is the relevance of that particular search?
Well, again, we were told that there would be more than one crime scene, that when they established a rapport, an agreement to actually search the consul, it would also include the consular residence, which is about 500 metres away down the road, and indeed vehicles they believed that were used on the day as part of this alleged crime. That has been the case, but what I have to tell you is that it's been a very different scenario outside the consular residence where we've been for the last couple of hours, because 24 hours ago, en masse, the crime scene investigation team came in. They were very obvious. They came in very large vehicles. They were dressed in white. We didn't see that same detail from people going in. In fact, it was a smaller team. There were some forensic investigators included in the team that went in there, but it certainly wasn't to the same extent as we saw 24 hours ago in the consul behind me. And we understand now that that has been wrapped up, that they have left. So whether it means that they know exactly what went on and where, and they're quite happy with their conclusions so far, is hard to say. All we do know, and it's certainly a development and not one that is unexpected, is what you've been reporting, that they've told us that he was killed and he was dismembered in the building just behind me.
Francis, you mentioned this earlier, how we've been receiving official lines and unofficial lines of information over the last 2 weeks, but what we are seeing is a much more stronger sense of giving out the information from official Turkish sources. We heard from the Turkish government again today, appearing even stronger on their desire to find out what happened to Jamal Khashoggi today.
It certainly has been stepped up slowly but surely. One gets the impression from all the information that's been coming out that they knew very, very soon after that fateful day, October the 2nd, what had gone on. And their choice was whether or how to release that information. Nothing really that we've learned that has become official has deviated from what we were learning off the record. Not just sources within Turkey, but also bearing in mind as well that a lot of information was appearing in the media in Washington, D.C. as well. So it isn't inconsistent with what we've been understanding, but there does seem to be a slight increase in, let's say, the officialdom, the official spin that's being put on the information that we're getting. Again, we don't know the reason for this, or whether someone is going to come out and categorically nail down from A to Z exactly what happened to the exiled Saudi journalist, when it happened and why it happened. But certainly the information that has found its way into the Turkish media, found its way into the American media, does seem to tally with the bits and pieces that we're starting to get now.
Francis Collins, for now, outside the Saudi Consul General's residence in Istanbul, where a search was carried out earlier today.